Have you ever trusted someone completely, and they betrayed you? You thought they were your friend. You shared secrets. You gave them chances. And in the end, they stabbed you in the back. It hurts, doesn't it? But here's the dark truth. Friends often feel entitled. They feel safe, comfortable, jealous, even. When you help them rise, they may thank you at first, but deep inside, they may also feel weak, powerless, and over time, that weakness turns into resentment. Now here's something even darker. Sometimes your worst enemy can be more loyal than your best friend. Sounds crazy, right? But think about it. Enemies have something to prove. If you give them a second chance, they won't want to blow it. They'll work harder, watch their back, and play smart. Because they know one wrong move, and they're done. Enemies don't take kindness for granted. But friends, they often do. That's what this law teaches. Don't blindly trust friends. Don't give them too much power. Instead, learn how to use your enemies. Turn tension into strategy. Turn rivalry into results. Look at history. Some of the most powerful leaders didn't rise with the help of friends. They rose by taming their enemies. Enemies push you to think, to act, to grow. Friends can make you slow, lazy, soft. Why? Because comfort is the enemy of power. Here's the catch. I'm not saying all friends are bad. Some are real, loyal, pure-hearted. But you should never let your guard down. Not with anyone. Because the people closest to you know your soft spots, your fears, your weaknesses, and if jealousy creeps in, they can use that against you. Enemies, they don't pretend. They don't smile in front of you and gossip behind your back. With enemies, you know where you stand. That's power. So here's a question for you. Are you surrounded by real allies, or silent enemies wearing friendly faces? Think about it, and before you go all in on trust, just remember, power is about balance, strategy, distance. Give people space to show you who they really are. Don't give too much. Don't expect too much. Observe, adapt, and always protect your position. Want to know how to turn an enemy into a loyal ally, and use their energy to rise even higher? Then stay with me till the end of this video. I'll reveal the exact mindsets powerful people use to turn threats into tools, and survive in a world full of fake loyalty. Keep watching. The real power starts. Now, let me know when you're ready for section 2, where we break down why enemies make better allies than friends, with deeper examples and tactics. Let's ask a deep question. Why would anyone trust their enemy? It sounds dangerous, even stupid, but if you look closely, you'll see enemies are often more useful than friends. Here's why. A friend will usually agree with you. They say yes to make you happy. They avoid hard truths because they don't want to upset you. They protect your feelings, not your power. But an enemy, they don't care about your feelings. They challenge you, and that challenge can be the greatest gift of all. Enemies tell you what others are afraid to say. They point out your flaws, your weaknesses, and if you listen, really listen, you can grow stronger. Now let's go deeper. Friends often feel comfortable around you. They stop putting in effort. They start expecting favors. Over time, they may feel jealous of your success. They might not say it out loud, but it grows inside. You helped them, and now they feel small next to you. But enemies don't carry that burden. When you give an enemy a second chance, when you offer them respect, they feel something powerful. Surprise. They expect you to hate them, but instead, you give them a rope, and that rope can turn into loyalty. If used the right way, because they know one thing. You can take it away at any time. That fear makes them careful. That tension keeps them alert, and that is power. Let's take a real-world example. Many powerful kings, CEOs, and politicians throughout history surrounded themselves with former enemies. Why? Because those enemies worked harder to prove themselves. They had more to lose. They had fire inside. Friends, they often get soft, lazy. They think they're safe forever. That's when betrayal happens. It's like this. If someone starts the game thinking they've already won, they stop trying. But someone who knows they could be out at any second, they keep moving smart. Now, this doesn't mean every enemy becomes your best ally. No. You have to watch carefully. Use small tests. Give a little trust. Never all of it. Let them show you their true self. If they pass, you've just gained a strong, smart, and serious supporter. If they fail, you've learned a lesson without losing everything. Power is not about feelings. It's about control. Control over yourself and over the people around you. Friends are important, but they can be blind spots. They sharpen your mind. So next time someone goes against you, don't get emotional. Get strategic. Ask, how can I use this tension to my advantage? How can I make this person work for me instead of against me? Because sometimes the best move isn't to destroy your enemy, it's to transform them, and that transformation can make you unstoppable. Ready to learn the exact steps to test a friend and flip an enemy into your most useful weapon? Then don't stop now. Section 3 will take you even deeper into how power is gained by those who see through emotion and use logic to lead. Keep watching. You're about to learn what most people never even think about. So now you know the truth. Friends can betray you. Enemies can surprise you. But here's the most important skill. Testing people before you trust them. Most people never test anyone. They assume, guess, or just hope. That's why they get stabbed in the back, but not you. You're going to learn how to spot danger before it happens, and how to test both friends and enemies without them knowing. Let's begin. Test 1. Give a small favor. This is simple. Ask someone for a small favor. Something easy. If they help you quickly, with no complaint, that's a good sign. But if they ignore you, delay, or act annoyed, watch out. Because if they won't help you with something small, they'll never stand by you in something big. This works for both friends and enemies. The response will tell you more than their words ever will. Test 2. Share a fake secret. Tell them a harmless secret, something made up or exaggerated. Then wait. If it spreads, you know they talk behind your back. If it stays quiet, they might be someone you can trust. This test is like gold. It exposes the snakes in silence. Test 3. Give them power, not too much. Just a little. Give someone a small taste of power, maybe control over a decision. See how they act. Do they stay calm, fair, and smart? Or do they change, become bossy, arrogant, or careless? Power shows the real personality. A friend who becomes rude with just a little control is dangerous with more. Enemies who stay focused and respectful. That's someone you can work with carefully. Test 4. Watch their face, not their words. People lie with words, but faces, they tell the truth. Give someone good news about your success. If they smile with their mouth but their eyes look cold, that's jealousy. It grows quietly and explodes later. Friends who act happy but feel angry inside will one day hurt you. Watch closely, always. Test 5. The no test. Ask for something they might say no to. Then say, it's okay. I just wanted to see your response. How they handle that moment tells you a lot. If they act guilty, nervous, or defensive, they were never on your side. If they stay honest, calm, and explain why, that's rare. Keep watching them. These tests are quiet. No shouting, no drama. Just small, smart moves. The goal isn't to catch everyone doing wrong. It's to see who they really are, without exposing yourself. Remember, power is not about being loud. It's about being aware. You can avoid 90% of betrayal by using these tests early, before you give your heart, before you share your plans, before you hand them your trust. And if someone fails the test, you don't need to fight them. Just pull away, quietly, calmly, completely. But if someone passes again and again, that's someone you can watch more closely, maybe even use wisely. Enemies can become tools. Friends can become threats. You must see both clearly. That's how power works. Ready for section 4? Now that you know how to test people, the next step is this. How to turn enemies into loyal allies, without ever begging for their loyalty. Most people push their enemies away, not the smart ones. They pull them close, and use them like fire. Keep watching. You're about to learn the most powerful psychological flip. Let's flip the game. Imagine this. You sit in a room with someone who once hated you, but now, they fight for you. They protect your name. They help you win. How does that happen? It's not magic. It's power. The greatest manipulators in history didn't waste enemies. They used and turned their hate into hunger. And now so can you. Why enemies make better allies? Friends expect kindness. They expect loyalty. They feel entitled. But enemies, they expect nothing. So when you give them something, even just a little, it shocks them. And shock creates attention, respect, and sometimes obedience. Enemies who turn loyal are often more committed than old friends. Why? Because they chose you, not out of love, but out of strategy. That's power. That's control. Step 1. Find the right enemy. Not all enemies are useful. Some are too emotional, too loud, or too weak. Look for the ones who are smart, quiet, respected, ambitious. These are enemies worth flipping. If someone hates you but has influence, you hold gold. Step 2. Offer them a reason. Don't say, let's be friends. Say, we both want the same thing. That might be power, success, respect, or revenge on someone else. Enemies don't switch sides for emotion, they switch for gain, so give them a gain. Make it look like helping you is helping them. You stay in control. They think they're winning, but you are the one writing the script. Step 3. Make the first move, but make it small. Send a message, a compliment, something tiny that says, I see you, I respect you, but I'm not afraid of you. This creates curiosity and confusion. They'll start to ask, why would my rival respect me? And that question will haunt them until they pay attention. That's your opening. Step 4. Give a gift, but with a hidden hook. Give something they can't ignore. It could be information, an opportunity, a helping hand, a favor they didn't expect, but don't give it for free. Make it seem generous, but tie it to something they now owe you. Even if they don't say it, they'll feel it. That's called psychological debt, and that's where loyalty is born. Step 5. Keep them close, but not too close. Once they start working with you, stay alert. Don't ever fully trust them. Don't give them secrets. Don't hand them your heart. You've turned an enemy into a tool, not a friend. Tools must be sharp, not sentimental. Praise them when needed, reward them when useful, but always keep one eye open, because if they turned once, they can turn again. History's lesson: Julius Caesar, Abraham Lincoln, even mafia bosses, all did the same thing. They brought enemies into their inner circle. Why? Because enemies are predictable. You know they once wanted to hurt you, so you never relax around them. That awareness keeps you sharp, and in the game of power, staying sharp is everything. Ready for section 5? You've just learned how to turn an enemy into an asset. But now, we go even deeper. In the next section, you will learn how to make people fight over your approval. Friends and enemies, without you lifting a finger. The real mind control begins in section 5. Most people beg for trust. They try to prove they're loyal. They try to show they care. They wait for others to choose them. But in the world of power, that's weakness. Real power begins when others fight to earn your trust, and not the other way around. This is the hidden game behind every leader, every manipulator, every master of influence. So how do you play it? Let's break it down. Never trust too quickly. Trust is like a crown. If you give it to someone too fast, they won't value it. They'll wear it like a toy. And soon, they'll throw it away. But if you hold it back, if you make them wait, they'll start to chase it. That's human nature. We want what we can't easily get. Especially trust. Especially approval. Step 1. Stay mysterious. Say less. Smile less. Share less. Let people guess what you think. Let them wonder if they've impressed you. Let them feel a little off balance. The more uncertain they feel, the more effort they'll make. Suddenly, they'll try harder around you. They'll talk better, dress better, perform better, all just to win a piece of your attention. That's silent control. Step 2. Give praise sparingly, but powerfully. When someone does something good, don't praise right away. Wait. Let them feel unsure. Let them crave your reaction. Then, when the time is right, give a small, sharp compliment. Just one sentence, something like, "That was smart. Not bad at all. You surprised me." This does 2 things. Makes your words feel rare and important, makes them addicted to pleasing you. Now, they're not just working with you, they're working for your approval. Step 3. Create friendly rivalry. Let's say you have 2 people helping you, a friend and a former enemy. Don't treat them the same. Give each one a little attention, but never too much, and never at the same time. If one does well, quietly praise them in front of the other. If the other slips up, act a little disappointed. Do this right, and they'll start competing. But not for power. They'll be competing for you. Your smile, your trust, your validation. And when people compete for your trust, you are the one in control. Step 4. Never let them feel secure. Don't let anyone, friend or enemy, feel like they've fully won you. Keep a little distance. Keep a little mystery. Sometimes, pull back your attention. Let them feel that your trust can vanish. If they stop trying, this keeps them active, obedient, careful. They will walk on eggshells to keep your approval. And when people walk on eggshells around you, you have power. Power example. Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, was known for this trick. He never gave full trust. He never said great job too quickly. Instead, he made his team work harder and harder to earn even a nod of approval. They fought to impress him. They worked nights and weekends, all for a small reaction. That's how Apple became great. Not through kindness, but through careful control of trust. Your move now, ask yourself, are people trying to win your trust? Or are you giving it too freely? Are your friends too comfortable? Are your enemies ignored when they could be used? Start shifting the game. Make your approval something rare, something powerful, and watch how people chase it, without even realizing why. Next up, Section 6, now that you've made them compete. It's time to remove your emotions from the game, and become cold, calm, and untouchable. In the next section, you'll learn how to stay in power by mastering your reactions. Stay alert. Stay dangerous. Section 6 coming up. Trust and friendship can be dangerous. But do you know what destroys power even faster? Emotion, especially when you show it too much. Anger, fear, sadness, excitement. If people can see your emotions, they can use them. They can predict your next move. They can push your buttons. They can control you without you even knowing. So, if you want real power, you need to learn one dark skill: emotional silence. Let's go deeper. Emotion makes you easy to control. Imagine this. Someone insults you. You snap back. You yell. You lose your calm. Guess what? You just gave away power. You let them win. Because now they know what gets to you. And next time, they'll use it again. Harder. This is how manipulators work. They poke at your feelings. They press the soft spots. And you react like they want. But if you stay cold, they panic. Because cold people can't be read. Cold people are hard to play. Cold people are scary. Learn to control your face. This is your mask. And it must never crack. When something makes you angry, stay still. When someone betrays you, don't flinch. When someone flatters you, smile just a little, but not too much. Always keep them guessing. They should never know if they've hurt you or impressed you. This creates mystery, and mystery creates fear, and fear brings control. Learn to control your voice. Never raise it. Never rush it. Speak slowly, calmly, clearly. No matter what's going on, even if your world is falling apart, your voice should sound like stone. This makes people feel like you know more, that you're stronger, that nothing can shake you. And in this world, perception is reality. Learn to pause. Most people speak too fast when they feel nervous, but silence is more powerful than words. If someone says something shocking, pause. Look at them. Don't react right away. Let the silence hang. They'll feel nervous. They'll explain themselves. They'll reveal more. You stay in control without saying much. That's the trick. Enemies will try to trigger you. If someone wants to bring you down, they'll try to stir up your feelings. They'll bring up your past, insult someone you care about, attack your self-worth. It's all a trap. If you snap, you lose. If you stay calm, they break. The more emotionally silent you are, the more loud they become. And then, everyone sees their weakness, not yours. Power example. Vladimir Putin. Whether you like him or not, Putin is a master of emotional control. Watch his interviews. Watch how he listens, how he speaks. No sudden moves, no emotion in the eyes. He can be in the middle of a crisis and still speak like he is ordering coffee. That cold.com makes people fear him. They don't know what he's thinking, so they assume he's always 5 steps ahead. That's power. Final warning. You don't need to become a robot, but in the game of power, emotion is a weapon. And if you don't control it, someone else will. So, speak less, react less, show less. Let them wonder what you're feeling. Let them fear what you might do. Because when they can't read you, they can't stop you. Next up, Section 7. Now you've killed emotion and made them chase your trust. It's time to learn the final move. How to always stay 2 steps ahead of friends and enemies. The trap you're about to set is your insurance policy. Don't miss it. So now, friends can turn fake. Enemies can become allies. And emotions, they get you played. But here's the final move that most people never think about. How to weaponize trust. Yes, you read that right. Real power is not just about knowing who to trust. It's about making others trust you. Deeply. while you stay 10 steps ahead. That's the real dark psychology. Let me show you how it works. Step 1. Build a perfect image. Most people trust based on feelings, not facts. They trust people who seem kind, loyal, honest, harmless. So give them that image. Become the calm listener, the quiet helper, the person who never asks for anything, but always shows up. This doesn't mean you are those things deep down. It just means you know how to play the part. This image makes people lower their guard. And once that guard is down, you see everything. Their secrets, their weaknesses, their future moves. Now, you hold the power, silently. Step 2. Use enemies as shields. Earlier, we learned to use enemies. But there's a deeper level. Use your past enemies as shields and tools. Here's how. Forgive publicly, but never forget privately. Work with them only when it benefits you. Keep them close enough to watch, but not close enough to bite. When people see you working with an old enemy, they think, wow, he must be strong. He's above grudges. But the truth is, you're not forgiving. You're just smart enough to use a weapon that was once aimed at you. Step 3. Never give full trust. Only give the illusion. This is the core of Law 2. No one should ever hold the full map of your mind. Not your best friend, not your family, not your lover. Because humans are unpredictable, and even the most loyal person can break when fear or jealousy steps in. So what do? You create layers. You reveal parts of your life. Never the whole. You speak just enough to sound honest, but hold back just enough to stay safe. This keeps you powerful. They feel close to you, but they're not. They think they know you, but they don't. That illusion is your shield. Real-world example. Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs wasn't just a tech genius. He was a power player. He would fire friends without blinking. He would praise people in public and crush them in private. Why? Because he never trusted too much. He stayed above emotion. He kept control. And that's why Apple followed his vision, not anyone else's. He made people feel seen, heard, respected, but only on the surface. Behind the scenes, he made sure he was the only one in control. This is Law 2 in action. Final warning. If you forget this law, you will suffer. You'll give your heart to people who don't deserve it. You'll cry over friendships that were never real. You'll get betrayed and wonder why. But if you master this law, you'll stay 5 moves ahead. You'll read people like a book, and you'll never be blindsided again. This is not about becoming cold. It's about becoming unbreakable. Call to action. You just learned how to never trust too fast, how to use enemies, and how to become a master of emotional silence. But this is just the beginning. The next law will show you how to use power without even speaking. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. They can't stop what they can't see. Hit the next video. The deeper you go, the more dangerous you become.